The CBS television network presents The Eagle Stirred by Ezra Latterman and Claire Roscom. Freedom is not a gift, but a task.
Now have we escaped slavery in Egypt. The army of the Pharaoh lies drowned in the Red Sea, and the children of Israel lie safely encamped in the wilderness of Shur. How brilliantly the moon falls upon our tents. How reverently our prayers rise in the night. How sleepless from thirst are all the tribes of Israel. Why have we come to this wilderness?
Amiel, you should be sleeping, Amiel. Tomorrow Moses will rise early in the morning to walk, and the children of Israel will scramble to their feet and follow, and you will be tired, Amiel.
Are you thirsty? Do you have water, Palton?
For a consideration.
You're offering to sell me stolen water. I'll have no part of it. How much, Palton?
Whatever you think for a friend, but only to wet your lips.
We have walked 3 days without water. That's freedom for you, Palton. Palton, why have we come to this wilderness? We are strong. Egypt is ruined with plagues. Now is the time to conquer.
Conquer Egypt, Amiel?
We are the chosen men.
Speak to Moses about it.
Who can speak to an old man full of delusions?
Do you speak of Moses?
Careful, Amiel.
I speak of freedom.
What do you say?
I say God has made us free. But do we use the freedom that he gives us? What do we who are slaves know of freedom? What free men have we ever known who can teach us that?
We have known the free men of Egypt.
Then do the free men of Egypt wander in the desert? Do the men of Egypt thirst? Do we do what free men do? Let every man ask himself that.
Quiet, Amiel.
Hoshea is near.
He will report this talk to Moses.
Let every man ask why we have come to this wilderness.
Amiel, there is no water.
No, Anna, we have come to a desert.
Your son thirsts.
Well, it was not my idea to bring us here.
Your lips are wet, Amiel. Who has left his ration of water about for Amiel to taste?
I have seen no water.
None left for your wife, Amiel. No drop for your son. Cannot touch your father's lips.
Friends, listen to me. We shall all be crazed in this desert. But there is a power in us. Do we dare use it? God has shown us.
Where the men of Israel walk, well open the path of glory. Let the tyrant learn, let there be fair warning, let there be fair warning. has given us the golden Egypt. He has made us walk in clouds of glory. He has opened the Red Sea for us. He has taken vengeance upon Pharaoh. He has given us a song of praise. Where the men of Israel sing, God sings, and the earth is fruitful. Where tears of Israel fall, water covers the ground. Where the men of Israel weep, enemies will drown. Now the generals of armies watch. Israel walks in peace, but the earth is moving, 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 moving. And the heavens roar, and the heavens roar, and the heavens roar. Where the men of Israel walk, there opens the path of glory.
Why have we come to this wilderness?
Egypt is the promised land.
Why are your arms covered with gold? Because the women of Egypt were afraid of you. They said, take our gold and leave us. But there is more gold in Egypt. Much, much more. Where does gold belong? Gold belongs to God's people.
That God loves most. Women covered with golden chains that shine on their arms. Women of Israel, fair of the earth, beloved of God and ladies of Egypt, where are your jewels? Are women covered with golden chains that shine on their arms? Women of Israel, fair of the earth, beloved of God and covered with will forever follow the Lord. Women covered with golden chains that shine on their arms, with golden chains that shine on their arms. Women of Israel, that behold, beloved of God and covered with gold.
Hoshea comes. Amiel! Whose child are you?
I'm Kenan, the son of Amiel, who is the son of Gamali of the tribe of Dan.
There were people here.
They ran away.
From what?
Hoshea,
Why?
because Hoshea is Moses' lieutenant, and the people are afraid of him.
What do they fear?
We are going to die in the desert.
People talk of dying in the desert, Kenan, much faster than they do it.
The people will rise against Moses, and he must take us back to Egypt.
What do you want in Egypt?
There are sweet onions in Egypt. There are cucumbers and melons. There are leeks leeks, and there was garlic.
But there is no place for a man of Israel to eat them without them being taken out of his mouth.
But there was fish in the river Nile, fish for nothing. And Moses must take us back to Egypt, or the people will rise up and they will kill him.
Who teaches you these things?
I listened to the men.
Now listen to me. We have left slavery behind us in Egypt, and we shall never return. There is a plan for us, even though we may not yet understand it. What do you see above you?
The sky.
And what do you see in the sky?
Nothing. The sky is dark.
The sky is dark, Kenan, but the darkness is in your eyes. There is a bird above you with great wings. You don't know where it is, or where it came from, or where it's going. An eagle grew restless, then stood in her nest, and fluttered over her young. She took every chick from under her breast, and on her great wings she hung each trembling, frightened, unfeathered bird. Close to her wings they clung, seemed higher than ever before. She raced through burning air, she passed like clouds at heaven's shore, much higher than eagles dare. Higher she flew and her young held close, higher she flew and her young held close. Higher she flew, higher she flew, higher she flew, higher and higher and higher, and hearing her sun glare. The birds held fast as the eagle soared. Oh, Israel clings to the wings of the Lord. So Israel clings to the wings of the Lord. The wings of the
Who are you?
I am a Hebrew from the tribe of Ephraim.
Hoshea is from the tribe of Ephraim.
Yes,
Do you know him?
I am Hosea.
Then you are a liar!
Why are you restless, Amiel? The sun is not up. There is still time to sleep. We will walk all day, and we will need your help. Sleep now.
Perhaps we will not walk.
We will do what we are told to do, as we have always done. And my child will die in this desert. And what will you do to save him?
I will take him inside the walls of Egypt and place his hands on the wealth of the world.
Give him food first, or what will it matter?
Anna, we are a fearful people and we cannot die.
I had a child who died in Egypt, who was murdered before my eyes in Egypt.
That murder was revenged. We saw the Red Sea close on the army of Egypt and we laughed, Anna.
Why did we laugh?
We were revenged.
God spare me such laughter again. In Egypt there a great war, Israel won. Our enemies lie as still as stone. Our enemies are as still as
Amiel, come now. There's a murder against Moses rising in the camp.
Amiel, don't leave us.
I am a free man, Mother, and I will take freedom in my hand.
Amiel!
No! Mother!
Quiet. Shh, Kenan.
Mother, we shall all die.
You have been dreaming, Kenan.
I dreamt there was a bird, a great bird that came out of the sky and caught us up in its claws.
Sleep now.
And it carried us over the sea. And if it dropped us, we should drown like the soldiers did.
Kenan, it was only a dream. Gently in the night, the sea rocks endlessly. Sleep as the sea sleeps. Sleep, child. God calls to his children to stand high like the sea as he watches. Sleep, child.
Men of Israel, I speak to you not to set myself above free men, but to speak to you like any man, with reason. God has shown us his favor. Praise be to God. But the cries of Israel's suffering ring through the wilderness. Is this the end of God's favor? Or have we turned our backs on God's desire? Men of Israel, we have made a glorious beginning. Why have we come to this wilderness? In Egypt, the Pharaoh looked at his servants and saw that we were fruitful. He cried to a soldier, "Bear down," and we labored mightily in Egypt. Then God reached out his hand. Men of Israel, do we fear the Pharaoh of Egypt? Remember what God did. Men of Israel, what do we fear? Remember what God did to that great, powerful, glorious king.
God turned the river Nile into blood. God covered the earth with frogs. God turned the dust of the earth into gnats. God filled your house with butterflies.
of Egypt, great, powerful, and glorious King of blood, King of frogs, King of gnats, King of flies, King of dead cattle, King of running boils, King of hailstorms, King of locusts, King of darkness. Conquer, who tells us no? There stands the lieutenant of Moses. Ask him what man is given authority above free men. Let him show you a sign. Give us a sign, Moshe.
Collect your families and move off into the desert as Moses has commanded. God has chosen your leader.
We have had our fill of leaders, Hoshea. God has chosen Israel. We follow no man. We are free of that.
You have yet to learn what freedom is. You are soft and full of greed.
Say the same about all the children of Israel for whom I speak.
You are a stiff-necked and rebellious people whom God will hammer into a nation. Gather up your tents, collect your flocks, and follow Moses.
Follow Moses into the desert?
Into the desert.
Is this what freedom means?
Freedom means sacrifice.
No! Never.
You demand a sign from God, then you shall have it. Take your jars and your basins and walk to the south. Moses has struck a rock with his staff. The water flows. God has given you a proof.
God has given us a sign.
You have tempted God, Amiel, and he will punish you for testing him.
God will do as he will, Hoshea. He's God. May God give me a smarter head. May God bless Moses, our leader.
Then teach these things to your son.
There are things we must do, Kenan.
We will not return to Egypt?
No, not yet.
Then we will starve.
Kenan, we will never starve. Not while our neighbors have flocks. But we must use our wits. Do you remember, Kenan, when we were in Egypt? I taught you how to steal a sheep.
At the foot of Mount Sinai are pitched the countless tents of this immense body of Israelites. The mountain is wrapped up in clouds. There are those who say that Moses is there talking with God. And there are those who say we have lost our God in our wanderings backward and forward across this desert through all these years. Oh, Anna, when shall we know?
I have long since given up knowing sorry.
I have not. There's a stillness in this camp that is unnatural to it, as though everything waits. Perhaps something will happen.
Pray God that nothing happens. That is the best that happens. When there is no hope, sorry, there is room at last for peace.
Oh, where are the men? There is scarcely one to be seen.
Perhaps they have followed Moses on to Mount Sinai.
Oh, no, that is forbidden. They must be somewhere else. Where's Kenan? Oh, I have not seen him for 3 whole days. Oh, Anna, how long shall I wait for Kenan? When will he come to me and say, sorry, I'm going to take you out of this wilderness to a good home. I'm going to take you away from this people obsessed with the land of promise that they will never find. He will never come. Nothing will ever happen here. Do you hear a voice somewhere? Is it let nothing happen.
Take the rings from your fingers and the bracelets from your arms.
What is this, Amiel?
Moses has been gone 40 days, and now it is clear that he will never return. There is a new God on Mount Sinai who is unknown to Moses, and the man can no longer enforce his regulations. Get me your gold. Bring everything you have.
What will you do?
The high priest has promised to make a new God out of gold who will go before us triumphantly, Anna, as in the old days. Sorry, give me your rings.
You will be in trouble, Amiel.
I have taken ornaments of gold from a dozen women, Sari, who have confidence in what I say. Give me your rings.
There are laws, Amiel, and 5,000 judges in this camp, and you will stand before one of them.
I have evaded judges for many years, Sari, and now they will have no power. Give me your ring.
We are taught to follow the laws so that we will have a strong nation when we have found the promised land.
You have no more faith in the promised land than I have.
I will give my rings to you, Amiel, when Kenan asks me. And he will not.
Kenan will do as I say.
Amiel!
Well, Palti, why are you here? Go at once to the high priest, Palti.
Come at once to Hoshea, Amiel. He is sitting in judgment and waiting for you.
For me, Palti?
You have been accused, and we have come for you.
You have come, Palti? And you settled? And you got it? Well, of course. You were unable to find me.
No, Amiel. We have found you.
Palti, do you remember your friend Amiel? Or would you take me to a judge?
Amiel, there is the law.
Well, what is the law? Is it the air we breathe? Surely there are things to be thought of besides the law. Then have you forgotten the fine feeling of farmland? And you not consider your friends? Consider the law. Consider the law.
remember our times together. Remember the law. Man, we all have failings. Even you have caroused in the light. Even you have stolen sheep. Even you, I things of the light. Our sins are deep, your sins are bright with a fearful sheen. Sins that are secret, God forgives, but yours are worse because they are seen. And have you forgotten the high feeling of comrade? And you'll not consider your friends. Our sins are black, our sins are deep, our sins are bright with a fearful sheen. Sins that are secret, God forgive, but yours are worse because they are sin. Because they are sin.
Your father is in trouble. Go before he draws you in.
Buchanan! A word with my son before we go. Get it. Here is a bag of trinkets. Take this and buy witnesses. And hurry. But be careful. These are not mine. To the seat of justice. To fair judgment. To the power of the law.
Will you do as he says?
I have done so before.
Your father will end badly, Kenneth.
Yes, very badly.
And we will end badly, too.
Maybe there is a land somewhere.
If there is, it is too far away.
Too far from my father. Perhaps Hoshea will find it.
Kenan, which are you? A follower of Moses or your father's accomplice?
Why, both. I am a free man, so they tell me, and full of contradictions.
Say something simple to me.
Come with me.
Where?
I don't know.
I see nowhere to go.
There are no roads in the desert, Sari. You can go in any direction. It's free to choose.
A man stood at the desert's edge, but he knew it was no desert, because he was free. A woman stood at his side, and her eyes were full, and her eyes were full of wilderness. He saw cool green paths. She saw a wilderness. He saw a wilderness path. He held out his hand. He held out his hand. His hand. She looked ahead and behind. She looked Israel sent to decide your disputes. No longer does you triumph in no longer does justice forbid in triumph. Thank Moses for what he has taught you. Even in the absence of Moses, the Lord decides our disputes. Alti between you and me, and no others to hear us. Is there nothing here between you and me? There is nothing I would not do to help an old friend, except for the risk and tear. Alti, there is no favor I would ask without a favor in return. Amiel, there is no friend I love more. There is no friend I trust like you. Trust my son Canaan. He carries the box of gold. Amiel, son of Gemali, of the tribe of Dan. The sword is made against you of injuring your neighbors. Who charges Amiel? I charge Amiel, I charge that he has taken from me my kingdom. I charge that he has taken from gold my at the eve of our holy day, this man stole into my tent as I lay sleeping and told me what they said from me. As Amiel, say, shall I speak? To what authority? Who sits in judgment ordering? Where is Moses? Where is Moses? The giver of the law, the giver of the law. Canaan, your father will be saved. He is condemned out of his own mouth. A witness can be found. Will you give me the gold? Will you give? This is not our gold. According to the law, a man shall not steal his neighbor's goods. According to the law, a man shall not defile according to the law, a man shall not divide the land from Now Israel is governed not by force and tyrant, but according to the law. Who will speak for the breaker of the law? I will speak. Here is a man who walked with Moses. Here is a people who followed behind. Where is the land of all we are promised? Where is the giver of laws?
worship and to lead us.
People out for this, but God is only a golden calf. Now have the children of Israel paid most bitterly for their God of the golden calf. Every man on the side of the Lord has gone through the camp, sword in hand, and brothers, fathers, neighbors and companions have fallen in blood. And those who are cast out of Israel sit now, abandoned to the wind, blind as when they came into this wilderness.
The condemned to stay with Amiel.
I will
You
stay
are
with
not
my
cast
husband.
off like the rest.
Sorry, farewell. Your face is full of hope. It gives me pain. On account We have followed so far, but we didn't know.
All who love the land of promise, rise and depart.
Kenan, will you leave me?
It is time for us to go.
But we are alone here. We have no road and no master.
But now the order is given. Moses rises and walks. A pillar of clouds precedes him. Hoshea gives the command.
Kenan, leave me something.
I have no gold.
Something.
I have nothing to give.
All who love the gift of loss, rise and depart. Rise and depart. Then follow Kenan and find what I have found. That man can find no freedom. There are tyrants, there are laws. There is one, but freedom never. There is one who shall not.
Here is something I will give you. One day in slavery, God sent you Moses, and he said, rise, cast off your bondage. You shall not. You need not languish under an oppressor. Here is something I will leave you. One day at the Red Sea, God said, now turn away from the grandeur of Egypt. I'm gone away. You shall not. Need not long for Eden's sloth of bondage. Here is something I will give you. One day at Mount Sinai, God gave you commandments. They were written for you with his own hand. You shall not. Need not worship any other God. You need not kneel to any image. You need not curse your Lord. Here is something
The CBS television network has presented The Eagle Stirred. Composed by Ezra Latterman. Book and lyrics by Claire Roscoe. Featuring Ron Holgate. Spiro Mollis. Rosemary Colvin. Jan Degatani. Arlene Saunders. Claude Gersine. Carlos Palangi. Anita Darien. Mallory Walker. The CBS Concert Orchestra and Chorus under the direction of Alfredo Antonini.
The Eagle Stirred was specially commissioned by the Public Affairs Department of CBS News and was pre-recorded on videotape.